Hey, are you thinking about selling your house this year, but you decided to wait until spring? Well, I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why waiting could cost you a small fortune. If you're a homeowner who's planning on selling in 2022, you may think that the wise thing to do is to wait for the spring buying market, since historically, about 40% of home sales happen between April and July. However, this year, we're expecting things to be very, very different. Here are 5 reasons to list your house now rather than wait. Number 1, buyers are looking right now and they're ready to purchase. The Showing Time Showing Index reports data for more than 6 million property showings scheduled across the country each month. In other words, it's a gauge of how many buyers are out there looking at homes at the current time. The latest index we have shows that buyers are still very active. Comparing the numbers to previous years, the index is higher than last year and much higher than the 3 years prior to the pandemic. So clearly there's an influx of buyers that are searching for your home. Also, at this time of year, only those purchasers who are serious about buying a home will be in the market. So you and your family are not going to be inconvenienced by some casual searchers. Freddie Mac said this in a recent blog: "The buyers who are willing to house hunt in a winter market when there are fewer options are typically more serious," and that just makes sense. That theory is proving to be true right now based on the number of buyers who have recently put a home under contract to purchase. The National Association of Realtors publishes a monthly pending home sales index, and the latest report said housing demand continues to be high. Homes placed on the market for sale go from listed status to under contract in approximately 18 days. The takeaway there is buyers are in the market and they're ready and willing to buy. Reason number 2, other sellers are planning to list earlier this year. The law of supply and demand tells us that if you want the best price possible and to negotiate your ideal contract terms, put your house on the market when there's strong demand and less competition. A recent study by Realtor.com showed that unlike in previous years, sellers plan to list their homes this winter instead of waiting until spring or summer. The study shows that 65% of sellers who plan to sell this year have either already listed their home or are planning to put it on the market this winter. So I'll repeat, if you're looking for the best price and the ability to negotiate the best terms for the sale of your house, listing before all of this competition hits the market just totally makes sense. Reason number 3, even more competition. New construction will also be your competition this spring. In 2020, there were almost 1 million new single-family housing units authorized by building permit. Many of those homes have yet to be built because of labor shortages and supply chain bottlenecks that were caused by the pandemic. They will, however, be completed in 2022, and that's going to create additional competition when you go to sell your house. Beating those newly constructed homes to the market is something you need to consider to ensure your house gets as much attention from interested buyers as possible. Reason number 4, there's never going to be a better time to move up. If you're moving into a larger, more expensive home, consider doing it now. Prices are projected to continue to appreciate by approximately 5 to 7% over the next 12 months. That means it's going to cost you both more in down payment and mortgage if you wait. Also, current mortgage rates have ticked up in the last 90 days and are predicted to continue to increase this year. Side note, don't get too worked up about increasing mortgage rates because they are still dramatically closer to historic lows. In fact, this year you'll still be getting a mortgage rate well below anything you could have gotten in 2019. So it just makes sense to lock in your 30-year housing expense with a mortgage rate in the low to mid 3s right now. If you're thinking of selling in 2022, you definitely want to do it now instead of waiting and save yourself thousands over the life of the mortgage. Reason number 5, and now this last one will be different for everyone. Consider why you're thinking of selling in the first place and determine whether it's worth waiting. Is waiting more important than being closer to your loved ones? Is waiting more important than your health? Is waiting more important than having the space that you really need? Only you know the answers to those questions, so take time to think about your goals and priorities as we move into 2022 and consider what's most important to act on now. Bottom line, if you're seriously considering selling your home this year, waiting is going to cost you. Take some time to consider the things I've shared today and don't let it cost you a small fortune. I'll close with this advice. If you've been debating whether or not to sell your house and are curious about market conditions in your area, talk with a local real estate professional, like me, who can help you decide the best time to put your house on the market. Thanks for watching, and so long until next time.